Do you look at my shine?
Right. 50th anniversary.
Oh,
I like
welcome.
big butts, and I hear
Okay.
that lot. Oh no, I'm still
That's
on
not the intro.
I'm still on the Oscars, or was it the Oscars? What was it the other day?
The Grammys?
Yeah, it's same thing. It's an award show. Whatever.
The Oscars and the Grammys are not the same.
It's an award show.
It's not the same thing. One's music and one's like movies.
But they're both award shows, right?
Oh my god.
Hello
friends.
Yeah.
This is the start of this conversation.
Just woo.
Oh my gosh. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Oh no. No. Welcome back to our situation.
Welcome back to Ratchet Monday. It's actually not Monday.
And we gotta. No, it isn't.
It's not Monday. I would have been in the office on Monday. And
I was actually going with it too. Like, Ratchet Monday. And I was going through.
Got him.
I was really going through my Monday list, and I was like, hold on, I've already watched that shit. I've already watched my Ratchet TV. What was it? 11.
Your wife's always right.
11 hip hop
Your
reunion.
Wife is always right.
I mean, always is a strong statement.
It's true. It's a fact. That's why it's strong.
No, it's not a fact.
Facts are strong truths.
It's not a fact.
Okay.
You're 90% right.
You know what is a fact though?
100% of the time. What?
That fence outside is broken down.
Okay. All right. Let's just stop with the shenanigans.
Yeah.
And get into the why you shouldn't be a business owner.
Ooh.
And everybody can't be a business owner.
Yes.
And then if you are a business owner and you're brand new, you just need to just know that you're brand new and just go through the steps. Maybe that's part of the problem too.
Right.
Right.
I mean, there is a thing of like, if you own something, you need to let it go. Mm-hmm. And one thing I'm learning in my business coaching with my coach is you have to detach your emotion from your business.
Right.
And I feel like the people that own the house that we're living in are attached to it one of them is attached to it very emotionally. But
it's a couple, so the female's attached to the house.
I feel like she's more attached to the inside of the house. He's attached to the things on the outside because he's a plant guy. So he's attached to the things on the outside. But then neither one of them cares about this fence that looks like it's about to fall down in the backyard. Like you're so adamant on the wood chips in the front of the yard and the trees and the making sure the sprinklers are coming on and everything's getting watered. But you got this rat-a-tat fence. And it is sad. It is horrible. It is horrible.
Let's back up to the wood chips because that just threw me. Who's coming in the yard kicking up the wood chips because they're all over the driveway? How about just kids in the neighborhood and they probably ran through the yard and we have kids in our house and we just don't give a damn about the wood chips because as long as you don't have holes in your wall in your house, I think if it ever came a point you could sell this house with wood chips in the driveway.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody is going to be like, damn, there's wood chips in the driveway.
I mean, it's not a deal breaker.
Like, no, I need you to take off $75,000.
It doesn't. The wood chips being misplaced in the front yard have nothing to do with the value of the house.
And I'm not watering no grass. Like, he wants me to water. I don't water.
Water some ugly ass plants, y'all. Like these plants.
No, I don't water. I don't.
Ain't nobody got time. We got 3 kids. We don't have time for that. We don't have time. And if I have nothing to do, I'm not outside watering in the cold. Plus, it's been raining, so I mean, if the rain ain't making it grow, then I'm sorry.
It ain't gonna grow.
It ain't gonna grow. This is a dead ass plant, and you don't live here.
And mind you, you know what? Even if we did have adult kids like them, I still wouldn't be out back trying to water something because I'll probably be somewhere in the water. At that point, I'd be somewhere in the water. I wouldn't be watering something.
Yeah, like
goddamn.
I just don't understand when you own something. Like we aspire to own some real estate ourselves, and I as a future landlord, I just couldn't see being so nitpicky about things that don't matter. Like you're concerned about the blinds.
Right.
But we're having a fucking plumbing issue. And you keep bringing up the blinds and the dusting and yo, can we fix the plumbing issue? I mean, what does that have to do with it? Like, that's not why I called you over here. Like, first of all, you got called over here to fix a problem. And then you felt like, oh, I need to do this inspection. I should have done it a while ago, but let me just... Clearly, if you weren't regimented on doing the inspection, then don't put up a front of, oh, we're supposed to do an inspection quarterly. No, you weren't, because as a business owner, trust and believe that I will be on it every 3 months if that's what I'm supposed to do. If I'm supposed to do it every 6 months, that's what I'm gonna put it in my calendar as the owner and give you a heads up 2 weeks in advance that, hey, this is the date we're coming over. And if you have any issues, please let us know. You didn't come over until we had a problem and told you about it. And then you want to come over and nitpick everything. How the rugs look, how this looks. Try to say this is a new rug. No, because we don't even wear our shoes in our bedrooms. And the rugs look like we've been living here for fucking 5 years.
Right.
So there's no way you put new carpets in here. Because also the carpet is freaking very run down. Like it's not fluffy. New carpet is fluffy. Okay? I don't care what is it, pile count that you get. New carpet is fluffy. It has a softness to it. Mm. Y'all just shampooed the carpet. It's not new carpet. It's just shampooed.
Right.
It's newly shampooed. So you want to come over and nitpick about the dusting and the this and the that. You know how hard it is with all these like freaking wood floors to dust and keep dust out of a house? Like a 1,700 square foot house? It's hard.
Yeah.
I would have to dust every time I'm in the house.
It's a known...
When I wake up and when I go to bed.
It's a known fact that carpet actually keeps down the dust.
Yeah. So
the less carpet you have, the more dust you have.
I mean, how
stupid.
How often am I supposed to be clean? I felt like she was putting me down, especially because, you know, usually the wife or the mom of the house, the one in the motherly more domestic role, usually takes care of the house. So I felt like I kind of took it personal because it's just like, okay, I know for a fact that you know that I'm the one that takes care of this stuff. I work every day. I have 3 kids, so I'm working, cooking, cleaning. I can't dust during the week, first of all. So it's a fucking and Tuesday. Get off my back.
If you do Avon or Mary Kay for your job, you don't physically leave your house at all ever. And your youngest is 25.
Yeah.
Out of your 3 or 4 kids, I forgot how many kids they got. But if your youngest is like 25, you have all the time in the world to wake up and dust a room a day. You could literally Monday, living room, Tuesday, kitchen. But if you're working 40 hours a week and then you have kids, school, kids doing all this other stuff, you got right now we got all 3 of the kids involved in just their damn hair. So now we got salon visits.
We got salon visits on the weekend.
So
uh,
cleaning the ceiling fan. I'm not worried about no ceiling fan because
like,
these fools got to go do this, that, and the third outside the house, and you got to go pick them up and drop them off, and now you're fucking just so damn lazy. After the end of the day, you're like, you know what? Now I have to leave because I don't feel like cooking to go get some food. I don't like, you know, like come on.
Like it's like, do I want ceiling fans clean, or do I want to put food on the table for dinner? I don't know. During the week, I feel like the food is more important, and my kids aren't really worried about the ceiling fan. Like, the ceiling fans aren't running. Like, it's not hot in the house. So right. What the hell's the problem? Like, and also, as someone who goes and visits their friends or whatever, and they have their own homes, if my friend comes over to my house and she's like, ugh, this bitch is dirty because she has dust on her blinds, get the fuck out. Like, just leave. Like, you need to leave. You're not my friend. like, is your mother visiting you and critiquing your freaking blinds?
Man.
Like, stop. Like, we got a Swiffer. We got this. We got that. Like, we have all the things to do it. We have all the tools. But the only one holding me accountable to cleaning is me. And I'm a clean person.
Yeah, let's get into it. If you own let's just do the house thing. If you own a house, if you don't know how to fix anything, don't fix it. Don't try to attempt to fix it. You know, the garbage disposal doesn't work. Let me try to fix it. If you don't know what you're doing, leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. It don't make no damn sense. I'm not a plumber. I'm not about to sit up here and try to change the toilet, but I bet you that dude would.
Yeah.
He'll try to change the toilet. I think he change the sink faucets? The faucets are backwards.
Yeah.
We got in the shower when we first got here, turned the hot water on, wondering why the hot water ain't working. The shit's backwards.
One of these things is not
like I don't know what prompted either me or her. I forget what happened. But well, let's turn the shit to cold just to see what happened, and the shit got spicy hot.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, this shit's backwards. Oh, I changed all it and just was proud about it too. Nigga, half right. Like, what the hell is happening?
It's like, don't, like you renting out your home, your I guess the first house that you bought or whatever.
Right.
If that's going to be a source of income for you, you need to treat it like a business. Like, get a professional to fix things, not yourself. Mm-hmm. You know, have regular maintenance like you would an apartment. Like, if you own an apartment complex, there would be certain dates or certain, months that go by that's like, hey, we need to upgrade the garbage disposals, or we need to snake the lines, or we need to, like when we did have the plumbing problem in the washout sink in the garage, when they had the guy come over to snake it, he's like, oh yeah, I should probably be doing this every 6 months. He usually calls me. Oh, so you're supposed to come snake this every 6 months? Yeah.
You don't.
I guess when we moved in, they just didn't give a shit anymore. Like, I don't know what the hell. Like clearly that's a maintenance it's an upkeep. There's an upkeep to having a house and renting it out. There's an upkeep to, even if you had your car on Turo, you're gonna freaking maintenance your car to make sure that car is running so people can rent it out.
Yeah.
Does that not make sense? I shouldn't have to be the one to tell you. Especially, we're not the first tenants here. So what were you doing those 10 years that someone else was here? Did you just never talk to them, never meet them, never ever come over and have a problem?
I feel like they never came over here. Like they're trying to do something different. Because those people probably never called them. Because how they are.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure those people probably never called them.
Like they're very hands off, and they just wanna.
Yeah.
They just wanna collect the money, but at the same time, this is what you're collecting money for. Like, a percentage of our rent should be going to maintenance, right?
Right.
Like when you had your truck,
Yeah, I had an escrow account, which you call it an escrow account. I don't know what it's called for you. Just a savings account, pretty much. And I would take a percentage. I would just say I made $5,000 that week, whatever. Just picking out a number. Say I made $5,000. I would take $1,250 of that and put it in the escrow.
That's
Like boom, and then I keep the rest of the $5,000 in my pocket. Like
right.
Like whatever the daggone rent is, just take a percentage of it and put it away. And I would have miscellaneous things happen. Oh dang, I need to get an oil change real quick. Or bam, I got 2 tires that need to be changed. Tires are $475 a piece. You know what I mean? Like who actually has $1,000?
Yeah.
Just sitting around. No, I already knew that wasn't the case. So I would take money out, sit it to the side, so I can have it for later. So when things would happen, I can go reference that money.
Yeah.
Boom, and had it on my card, my bank card or whatever, and it was just for that. Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
It's like with any business, you have operating expenses. So you have in that operating expense, you have to pay your employees. But if you're renting out a house, you don't have any employees to pay unless you have a management company, basically managing things, which usually in an apartment complex, that's what you have as a management company and not the actual owner of the building. But since they don't have that, the whole rent just goes to them. They pay property taxes twice a year. So either you can't afford wherever you're living right now, or you're just shitting away your money.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna nickel and dime me over what did my brother quote them? Like $200 to fix some drains. He was gonna fix both sinks and snake for $250 and said he was too expensive. Okay, my brother's a professional. He has his own business. He's a plumber.
And that was just the cost.
That was just the cost.
He was doing it just at cost. There was no labor. There was because the job is actually damn near $600. Because it's a house that hasn't been taken care of. So the less you take care of something, the more the cost is going to be.
Yeah.
So
basically, because he was my brother, he was doing the labor on GP. Like he was just like, I'm not going to charge you guys the hourly whatever the labor is. I'm just going to whatever it costs to do the work is
what I'm going to charge you.
That's what I'm charging the landlord. And they said he was too expensive. Yet they had 2 different people, the snake guy who snaked the main drain, and then the guy who did the 2 sinks. So for one person to do something at $250, I highly doubt that 2 people to do 2 separate jobs was any less than that.
Was less than $250, yeah.
And coming on different days, so you guys had to make sure someone was here. Like, just like the scheduling is a factor. It's like, what's up with your management skills? Yeah, these people are so-called, they own their own business. They each own their own separate individual businesses, and then they have the house that they rent. So I just highly doubt that, like, how are you guys able to manage your own business, but you can't manage a rental, which is less work? Like, you're literally just paying bills.
I don't mean to shit on people, but I don't really think their personal businesses are really doing that well.
Oh yeah, probably not.
I don't really think
there's
they're
no
doing
way.
it well. I just don't. I don't see.
There's no way. It sounds good. Like, oh yeah, we're business owners.
Yeah.
Well, I could say that too, but I'm not you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sitting here saying I'm a business owner, and then I'm half-assing some other shit. Like, there's no way you're a business owner and your work ethic is wrong. If you're a business owner, then your work ethic is shitty.
Because it's crazy. It's crazy because I see how.
Hold on, babe.
What?
Time.
Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry, we're back. Jesus Christ.
We're back. We had to change them batteries.
Battery then.
Yeah, there's just no way. I would not claim to be a business owner if I didn't have like just plain old work ethic together, right? Like you're going to have just certain things in place, whatever business you're trying to run. And why even take on the renting out of a home if you don't know the basics of maintenance, and what you're obligated. I mean, you're going to have certain obligations as a landlord, right? Legally. So just
honestly,
it's not that much. It's not that hard.
It's really not that difficult. What did you have to take care of when you lived here?
Right.
Just make sure you just take care of those things.
Yeah.
I don't understand how things are so expensive when you should have an escrow account. And it just doesn't, like, some of the stuff that we've been going through just doesn't make any daggone sense.
Yeah.
But then we have a gardener that he comes with a blower and just blows leaves all over the place.
And they pay for that.
They pay for
the gardener.
We have no grass in the back, so I don't know what the man does.
He's in charge of the sprinklers. He operates the sprinkler system. Like setting the like, I guess the intervals of when it comes on and off. That's what he. But mind you, we have some trees in the back that are supposed to be like bearing fruit. I think it's like a lemon tree or a lime tree. That shit I've never seen a lemon tree that had one lemon on it. One, y'all. It's not an exaggeration. That's facts.
One lemon.
One lemon. Okay.
I almost was like, who threw a ball in it? but then I was like, hold on, no, that thing is suspended in the air.
That tree caught that ball really well.
Yeah, like, the hell?
Oh shit.
Perfect.
Not to mention the crazy trees that I don't even know the purpose of them. Like it has the tree that has a little red thing. I mean, the only purpose right now is the birds like it.
Oh, the
bird hangout.
Yeah.
And it's like we don't even need a bird feeder because the birds just come. They chill over there in their little tree house.
I didn't know we had hummingbirds until.
Yeah, and possums come and hang out there. They climb it. Just I don't know what the hell they're looking for. I mean, we haven't seen raccoons since the figs were gone. Yeah. The only thing that was thriving was the fig tree.
Yeah.
And that's like once a year for like a month, and then it's dead. It's gone again.
And then the ones that fall on the ground, we'll get the.
Yeah.
Get the raccoons. That just don't make no sense. Like,
it don't make no sense.
People need to stop. Oh my God! And then all the businesses that we have here in daggone Chula Vista that are just vacant. Yeah. And people don't want to rent them out. We're just gonna hold on to it. You don't want to sell your business. No, we're just gonna hold on to it. Why?
Yeah. We've been trying to get a venue for the longest time, so we can have parties and rent it out for people to have meetings and stuff like that. And it's like just the hunt for a spot that people are knowing that it's vacant and it's been vacant for years. And people don't want to rent it out. People don't want to lease their facilities out. Like
they don't want to lease it out.
They don't want to tenant.
They don't want to sell it. They don't want to do anything with it.
Buying holes, shit's falling apart. They got boarded up windows.
I mean, and this sounds like. I know on the other side of the camera, this probably sounds like all fabrication, but these people do not want to sell or rent. Like, it's the craziest thing. Like, why wouldn't you want to rent your facility? You got a facility empty? Yes, and they want to keep it empty. I don't know what type of benefit that is for them.
Yeah. Buy and hold, I guess.
Still ain't figured it out. I mean, I've even gone so far as to Google it.
Yeah.
Is there a benefit of having a property and keeping it empty? Nothing comes up. Property in your area comes up. Google doesn't.
Google don't even recognize it.
Google's like, what are you talking about, bro? Like
that exists. No, it does. It does, Google. It does.
Maybe I should ask Jeeves. Maybe he knows some shit.
Jeeves, not Jeeves.
We go back to the old school.
Is that still around?
I don't think so.
Oh. Where's Jeeves at?
Ask Jeeves. Maybe he knows.
Shout out to anyone who knows who Jeeves is. Because that was the original. The original Google.
The same people who know who Ask Jeeves is, the same people who know where Waldo is. So.
Oh. Or Wally World.
Or Ninja Turtles.
We just started naming off stuff.
naming off old stuff that
Mervin's.
People don't. Oh,
Kmart.
Kmart. Oh my God. Kmart. Jesus Christ. You know how way back that is? The big ass K.
Kmart. Yeah, freaking. What was it? Blue light special.
Ooh,
oh shit.
Ooh. All that shit in there was
not the blue light.
Kmart and what was it? Save-On. Garbage.
Oh, Longs. Did you have a Longs?
We had a Longs, dude. Oh, and Circuit City.
Yeah. Radio Shack.
You remember Circuit City?
I liked Radio Shack.
Why did they take out Sam Goodies?
Right? We have segued into businesses that are no longer with us.
Yeah.
RIP businesses.
Why did they take out Sam Goody? Oh,
what happened to Sam? Oh, the warehouse.
Oh my God. Or what about?
Warehouse.
Oh, remember that thing I told you about? I was looking at Darren Brand's one of his little things. He was talking about how we used to go into these places and listen to the whole album of stuff.
Yeah. Oh man, you can't listen to albums anymore.
You can't even do that. You'll go in and listen to the whole Nelly album or something, or the whole Master P TRU album, and then you're like, you know what? All right, I'll buy that.
Yeah, they need to bring that back, just like a good old fashioned listening station.
But he was a nigga because he was like, I never bought it though. I would listen to the whole album and then I'll go home and burn it off LimeWire. I was like, damn, nigga, you couldn't at least buy the damn album. What number?
Or buy the wasn't there like
$15?
sampler albums where you just get like five songs?
Albums, yeah. 5 songs.
You get like 5 songs, like half of it. Like,
buy the damn album.
Just buy the whole thing. I used to just look at the ones that had the 5 songs because I really didn't want the whole thing either.
Yeah.
As long as it was more than 50% good songs, then
you just get the 5.
Yeah. I mean, because I didn't really need it for I wasn't going to sit and listen to a whole album anyway.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know.
I mean, some of
I
them.
listen to the radio a lot.
Well, at least Master P, that motherfucker, I don't know where he came up with this concept of having 21 songs.
Oh, yeah. He had too many songs.
This fool had 2 albums on his goddamn one.
Yeah, it was 2 discs, wasn't it?
No, it was 1 disc.
Oh.
But it would be 21 songs.
I thought he was the first one that had, remember the disc? It was like the disc on top and then you pull it open and then it was another disc.
Well, he might have been the first one to do that, yeah.
Why? I wonder why.
I just don't.
It's like a part 1, part 2.
Yeah. Because nobody was really doing that shit.
I got the hookup.
Actually, All Eyes on Me was like that.
Oh, yeah, it was.
He had 2. Tupac had 2 discs.
The things we've been through as 80s babies.
Sheesh.
The rise and fall of the record store.
That's ridiculous.
Like, damn,
It just segued into a whole different subject matter.
Sorry, what were we talking about?
Property management.
Property management.
And how stupid they are.
Oh, like owning a business.
Oh my gosh.
Because as we learn, as we grow, I feel like I've realized that there are things that you can that are transferable skills. So transferable skills are things that you do in your current job that can segue to another job, right? Mm. Well, a lot of people don't seem to realize that you can have a 9 to 5 and have transferable skills that will help you in starting your own business, right? Like I know about operations and, freaking office etiquette or whatever, and just like how procedural things. Like I know, I feel like I'm very skilled in that already and analyzing data, because that's something that I do in my day to day at work. So I feel like those are transferable skills that I didn't realize I had that other people didn't until I got into my coaching group. And I feel like for you, I've noticed that for you, your transferable skills, like you've always been a very independent person. And so I felt like that really helped you in not only getting into security because you were by yourself a lot, even though you're on a team, but then also segueing into like running your truck because you're in your truck by yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what other skills you feel are transferable into trucking.
Well, first of all, when it comes to me being alone, I think the people that are good at what I do are your single children. Because I'm an only child. So being an only child,
It's okay.
it's nothing to be by yourself when you're an only child. It's like, well, I was always
Second nature.
Yeah, I was always like this. So how can you do that? You're alone all the time. I've been alone since I was born. Like I don't know anything else.
That sounds so sad.
Does it?
Sad
Does
to
it
say.
really?
I've been alone all my life. Like, damn, fool.
I mean, but you know what I mean. Like, yeah, you have friends, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, you're comfortable in your
Being alone.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of people are not comfortable because they had a sister growing up or a brother. It'd be two brothers. And
Yeah.
no, like. So they always shared a room. I didn't share a room with nobody. It was just me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so.
Me and my brother shared a room for a while.
I'll tell you, it's.
Yeah, we shared a room for a while.
Yeah.
We had bunk beds. Sometimes we had to sleep in our king bed. I forgot what age that was.
Yeah.
I just know there's pictures. I had to be like 5, 6.
Yeah, but y'all were
Always together.
always together. I never had that. So it's like when it comes, that's my transferable skill. How I grew up.
Right, but do you feel like there's a duality? Like there's two sides to it's a benefit in some aspects, but then it's also
Depending on the job.
yeah.
Because some jobs just want you to be, you need to be a team. Or even in high school when, we want you to do this group project. I never liked group projects. I wanted to do the project by myself. I don't like group projects. Never did. And it's like, well, why don't you want to work in a team? Because I just don't. I just would rather do it by myself. I know if I fuck up on something, it's fucked up because I did it.
Yeah.
But if I get a C on it, I know I got a C. But if, you rely on your group, for example, if one group member decides he or she doesn't want to do shit, it's a group grade.
I didn't mind group projects. I just wanted to be able to pick. Like, I didn't like group projects if we had to be assigned by the teacher a certain task to do within the project. Like, if we were able to figure out, like, amongst, like, say, 4 people, if we were able to pick our own, like, oh, I like writing, or oh, I like drawing, or you know what I mean? Or, oh, I'll do the research. Like, if we were able to pick our job in the group, I didn't mind it. Because I would always pick something that I knew I was going to do good at. And also, because of the grading, I knew that their asses weren't going to bring me down. But if it was like, oh, I'm going to assign you this. It's like, yeah, I don't really want to be the leader. I don't mind a group, but I'm not going to be the leader of the group.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to be the one that had to speak. At least not in high school. I didn't like talking. I would say I grew out of that eventually, but I didn't like talking in front of people. So it's like, I didn't want to be the presenter. I would sit there in the back and be like, here you go. Here's my part.
That public speaking mess? Nah.
Yeah. But I could say, like...
Wasn't with it.
Like, yeah, I think I do like being around people. But to an extent. That's why I call myself an introverted extrovert. Because I do thrive on other people's energy. But at the same time, I also feel like there are times where I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going out, or yeah, I'd rather just be home. Like I am a homebody at the same time. So it's like, I do like going into work to have that camaraderie of being at a job, but when it turns into, okay, we're not just socializing at break, we're socializing other times that's not break and not lunch, you know, or not in celebration of another person, then it's like, then that's when I'm like, okay, I'm kind of tired of these people.
People drain my energy because I'm an introvert. People
Yeah.
drain. Like I just don't. It takes so much to be around people. Like I don't know if people understand how how draining that is.
It's just like a dementor, like his soul is being sucked from his body.
Yeah, like ugh.
Drained out. That's crazy.
But
Just the like the transferable skills thing.
yeah, like so.
I feel like, you know what, I feel like when people are looking to get into a business, first of all, I would say write down your transferable skills.
Right.
Like skills that no matter what you're doing, you're always going to be able to do that. You might have to take a personality test to figure that out. But I think if you write down maybe like 10 transferable skills that you have, and then like pick your business based on that. Because for me, like I want to own, you know, yes, I want to own a business, but I also don't feel like I'm not a salesperson. Like I'm not going to have a product and sell it. Like I'm not, you know, I never worked in a commission type job. So I feel like someone that worked at like a cell phone store or like a shoe store, you know, where like they got their regular pay plus commission. I feel like those type of people, it's going to be easy for them to sell, you know, because they were trained to sell.
They know how to do that shit.
But for me, I feel like I
never like commission jobs.
Yeah, like I feel like my transferable skills are very rooted in service and being a resource. And so I feel like, you know, getting into the event industry, like that's what the event industry is. Like we're here to serve you and your event and for you to have fun.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not there to make the day harder. I'm there to serve you to make your special day easier.
You know what? I think that's why my mom has done hair for such a long time, since what, 85? Because she was the quote unquote the typical, oh, I'm gonna go work at a bank. And she got a bank job.
I don't know that.
Yeah, but she just, it wasn't her thing because she likes
Wasn't her ministry.
Yeah. No, because she likes to talk to people, but you can't really talk to people like you can at a salon.
Yeah.
At the bank. You can't be like, girl, whatever y'all be talking about.
Yeah.
You can't do that at the bank. You gotta, hey, give me your account number, nigga. I'm positive this, you gone about your business. Like, you can't do that. You know, so she went and got her daggone license and that was it. She was like, I'm never coming back to this type of world. Like,
yeah.
She went into that and she was like, I love it. She gets to be girly. She loves to talk.
Yes.
She loves to get her nails done. So
Yeah.
she does all of that stuff. So it's like you have to kind of know you and know what you're getting into when you're getting into business. Like you could do whatever.
Yeah.
But you just have to know how to do it. Like, you know, you play to your strengths. Like my mom did all of her sister's hair. So she's always, since 9 or 10, she's done hair.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's just been her thing. Like,
I mean, there is something to be said. Like I love a good party.
Yeah.
I like to be invited to parties. So if I'm working the party, I'm already invited, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like our house, especially in high school, like we were known for the parties that we threw. So like I still have people come up to me and be like, yeah, I remember this one party that at your house, like it was this. And it's just like, dude, like I love a good party. I love like bringing people together. And I feel like that's kind of the downside of where I am in my daily job, is that there's no bringing anyone together. Like people are not into that anymore. I mean, we used to have parties and we used to have baby showers and retirement things. And I think when there are retirement things, they're usually outside of the office now because of like, sanitary reasons or whatever. You can't really have big get-togethers inside the office.
So it's fine to go outside the office with all of you and get you sick, but don't come in here.
Yeah, like we can go down the block to like a brewery or a restaurant, but we can't have get-togethers in the office anymore. So, and I don't think it's a rule. I think it's just like we don't want the party to be the cause of an outbreak, on property.
But that's crazy as hell to me, because that sounds safer to do it at your job. True. Because all of you guys are there and all of you guys know each other.
Yeah, because I mean, when we go outside the office, I mean, it's not like we're shutting down a whole facility. Like if we go to a restaurant, we just kind of give the restaurant a heads up, like, hey, we're gonna have like 40 people coming on this day around this time, and they're like, they're usually accommodating and kind of section stuff off, but they're still like the regular customers that come in, so I don't know, like it's just weird. But I feel like I'm starting to I'm realizing and being more self-aware of the fact that like I like a life full of color, full of fun, lively things, and I feel like my job is very, black and white or gray. Dull. There's no way for me to express my creativity. And I feel like that is, what did I hear? Oh, depression. Depression is the suppression of creativity. So I feel like that has played a role in
that sucks
in my mentality and my, so I get these like really weird waves of depression. It's like I don't stay in it too long because I can recognize it, but it's just like I know that I need to create something because I'm starting to, just be weighed down with my job. Yeah. And I don't want to have a job anymore. I don't want things to feel like a job. I want to have fun. I want to go to work, but I'm having fun doing what I want to do. Like your mom probably loves going into work, because she's just like, even though the people are kind of catty or have attitudes or whatever.
Some of the girls are catty.
But she knows like, oh girl, I'm about to and ooh, I got this many people, and oh, I know Darlene's coming and she's crazy and you know what I mean? Like she knows her clients. She knows she takes walk-ins, so she'll have like that randomness of a walk-in, and she gets to meet someone new. So there's like that unexpectedness, that's probably like fun because it creates like curiosity in your work, because you don't know who's going to walk through the door and need a haircut, like, so it's just kind of like just meeting new people. Like, it's just like, I think I would love to have that in my job. Like, I don't get to meet people anymore. I really feel like, shoot, if I could go back to being a receptionist, because at least receptionist, it's like you get to talk to somebody in person, on the phone. They tell you their life stories. As crazy as some of them were, talking about the FBI is following them, and I'm like, I don't think so, but okay. But I would listen to the story. You know what I mean?
I think you would know if the FBI was really following you.
And also, I don't want them following me if they are following you and you calling me, and then they're gonna start tracking me now. So let's get to the bottom of this. Let's work this out together. So I actually had fun, like being on the phone and talking to people. Yeah. Like people people at one point liked talking to me, even though that wasn't my job to, oh yeah, can I talk to Constance? And it's like, I'm not your therapist. Like, I mean, I'm a good listener, but I'm not really here to make you feel better. But thank you.
I want to talk to Constance.
I need to talk to Constance about my problems. It's like, man, I can't fix your problems though. Like, I'm just trying to get you, plug you into the number that gets you fixed.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing anything special. Like, I was just answering the phone, listen to your problem.
Well,
you know who you should talk to? Boom.
Actually, it was probably that's all they needed was somebody just to listen, so they could just get it out.
Yeah.
Some people really don't need you to fix their problem. They just need somebody to listen for 10, 20 minutes.
True.
I just need to get this off my chest. I got a malignant mole, and I just need to get this off my chest. Like,
I'm glad they couldn't see my face because I'd be like, ooh.
Oh my goodness. But yeah.
That is crazy because you'd rather like talk to a person than talk out loud to yourself.
Yeah. Like, that's it.
Why is that like freeing? Is that like a freedom thing? Is that like
it's
therapeutic?
It's kind of like you giving you're not really giving your problems, but you're just like, I just
unload.
I just want somebody else to know that this shit is bothering me. Or I just want somebody else to know like shit's crazy out here.
Like if you tell another person you feel less crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I mean, I can get that. I get that because sometimes I feel like at work, a lot of us that have been there around the same amount of time and the same number of years, like we all kind of have this unspoken, like, you get it.
Yeah.
Like kind of like seeing another black person on the plane. It's like what the Dave Chappelle skit where it's like, or it wasn't a skit on this special where it's like, I saw like me and the black guy locked eyes and we did this. We both nodded and the white lady was like, I think those black guys are gonna save us. It's like, no, bitch. We just know, okay, if anything goes down.
We're not doing what we're not gonna do.
You and me, we're here.
We're gonna be the only two running that way. Like Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah, I guess it's just like a reflection of humanity. Like we just want connection, right? Like we want to feel connected and someone understanding our issues and our problems.
And to piggyback off that, I heard somebody talking to another person. And the response from the other person was like, well, that just sounds like a you problem. And the dude was like, well, fuck you. Like, yes, it's my problem, but I'm telling you about it just to get it off my chest. But I'm not telling you to have you fix it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you probably don't even know how to fix it.
Yeah. Oh my God, that happens a lot.
I don't know why people are like that. That's a you problem.
Yeah.
After me telling you, it's still gonna be my problem. Like, as if I told you, damn, I'm short $500 on rent. I don't expect you to give me your $500 to pay my rent. Because then how are you going to pay your rent?
Right. I think you know what, that's one thing that I guess I don't do because I think my parents do it to me a lot is that I listen, you know, like I don't listen. Like, people will tell me stuff, and I feel like my office is a confessional. People will tell me things and confide in me and stuff, and it's like, I only listen, I will probably listen like 3 or 4 times, and once we get to the 3rd or 4th time, then I start to give advice. Because I feel like if you're unloading the same problem, and you still haven't found a solution, and there's a span of time in between the first time I heard this problem, and then the second time, and then the third, I feel like by the time we get to the 3rd and the same problem's still there and you're still not finding a way out of it, then I feel like you're coming to me for advice. But the first few times I feel like the thing just happened and you just need an instant like sounding board. You need someone to like basically regurgitate all your, this is how I felt in the moment, because you're kind of like suppressing that in the moment based on who you're interacting with. Yeah. And so you need an unbiased opinion or an unbiased person to just unload on, to get it out. Yeah. Kind of like, I suggest people video journal because we all have phones, we all have video. Like just Do a video journal if you don't have someone to talk to. And then play it back to yourself a week later, and you'll probably realize, like, what the hell? Like, that's what I was thinking in the moment. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you should listen first and then give advice, and never, like, just give advice right away. Because sometimes, especially dealing with family or when you go to your parents, like, you're just trying to hear. You just want them to hear you.
You know what? People feel like they always need to fix stuff. And I realized that as a fact when I was talking to my dad. I want to say I was 24 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I was telling him, or no, I was a little bit older, maybe 28. When did we live in Glendale? I was like 28, 29, 30.
Oof, I can't do the math right
now.
now.
Oh yeah, whenever we were in LA. But anyway.
Yeah.
We had two kids instead of 3.
2 out of 3.
But anyway, I was telling him an issue that I had, and he took it as if I was asking him for money. And I was like, Dad, I'm not asking you for anything. I'm just telling you what's going on in my life. That's it. And he got so quiet on the phone. Because I don't know why people tend to think like you're asking for something all the daggone time. Like, no, I'm just letting you know. Because one, I haven't spoken to you because this stuff has been going on. I haven't spoken to you in a month.
Yeah.
We haven't talked in a month. Now I'm talking to you. I'm letting you know, I'm catching you up on what's going on in my life. And, like, you think I'm asking you for money. No, I'm not
You need some money?
I'm not asking you for no money. I'm just
Yeah.
telling you what the hell's happening. That is it. And I was like, Dad, I'm just letting you know what's happening. I don't need anything from you.
Yeah.
Like,
What did he say after that?
he didn't say anything. He got quiet. Because, like, when you tell somebody, I don't need you for anything, I just want you to listen.
I need you.
Like, I don't think people really know what to do. I think people are always so into, oh, well, I need to help some kind of way, or I need to fix it. Mm-mm. Or if I can't fix it, I need to let them know that I can't help them.
Yeah.
But it's never the in-between. I don't need you to help. I don't need you to fix it. I don't need you to do anything. I just need you to listen.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, that...
I don't know if that's an old people thing, and that's what's trickled down to us from our grandparents to our parents to us. But
I think it's an old people thing, and I feel like back in the day, the main problem was money. So I think fast forward to now, they're the adult and you're an adult child, and they're, you know what I mean? They're trying to parent you, and probably that's how their parents dealt with them, was like, just throw money at the problem. Just throw money at the problem. That'll fix it. But it's like, maybe I just need to talk. I'm sorry that I'm more in tune with my emotions, and I just feel like I need to talk to you.
yeah.
Like, I just need to talk to my parent and just need reassurance. Sometimes it's just reassurance that things are going to get better. Like, I should have, all the times my dad threw money at stuff, I should have saved that money. I was over here like, yeah, I should buy something.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know when this daggone subject switch, but we'll go with this subject switch because it's like, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
We don't need to always react to everything. And I'm thinking that's what our grandparents did to our parents, and so our parents are just the same way, just reactionary.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. What?
You're kind of out of frame.
Oh, I'm out of frame. I don't know. Like, we don't need to react to everything. We need to actually just listen more.
Yeah.
And I don't know if, especially with my parents, both of them come from a big ass family, 7 kids on my mom, 7 kids on my dad. And so getting a chance to speak was very limited.
Yeah.
Like my dad is the second youngest, but my mom is the oldest, and I feel like with the both of them, they had the same amount of speaking time. You would think the oldest would have more speaking time,
Yeah.
but no. It's like no, you do this, you do that, and this is just how it's gonna be. You know, and it's like
Yeah.
wait a minute, like
It
what?
was a lot of dictation, I
Yeah,
think.
do this and that's it. Like what the? I don't get any say so at least. Like I know I'm a kid, but what the hell?
Yeah.
You know, like
I think, yeah, we are segueing into a whole nother thing.
yeah,
Next episode.
yeah,
On the next episode but I think it was, I feel like it was different. Your environment and the times really do play a role in how parents parent. And
yeah.
our parents were I would say our grandparents were born like not too far removed from, I wouldn't say slavery, but the
Segregation.
segregation,
Yeah,
the segregation and the residuals of slavery, being over. And then I would say our great grandparents probably, you know, all that kind of was ingrained into our grandparents to
like
fight.
our great grandparents, great grandparent.
Yeah,
Like
like the fight for things, the fight for your place, the fight for being heard, you
yeah,
know, they operate through a lens of that, So then when they're raising children, they're still operating in that lens. They can't shed that. That's ingrained in their DNA and some of our DNA, but I think our parents, because we were freaking born from like hippies and 80s and there was a lot of drugs and free spirit, our parents kind of just let us do whatever. There's still that residual because if our parents were still alive, then there is that residual of, well, you need to tell your son this and you need to tell your daughter this. You know what I mean? Like they're hearing it in their ear, but I think they were trying to give us some freedom. But I think as 80s kids, we needed freedom and guidance at the same time.
you know what Roland Martin just said, or he said it a long time ago, but I think Roland. He said he was born in '68. He said, "Do you realize that even me being born in '68, people born in 1970 and beyond are technically born into freedom?"
Yeah.
So we're literally the first generation of fully free black folks.
Yeah.
So that's why we think the way we do, because we're fully free thinkers, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. Like, our parents are still, even though they are living with us in the free world, they still have a caged mindset because they were raised in the 60s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, hell, if you were born in 55, by the time 65 was here, you're 10 years old. You're well into, how it was from 60 to 69.
Yeah.
So,
And then also depending on where you were, like what part of the country,
yeah.
that too plays a role.
I mean, yeah, down here was probably okay, but, up in New York was a certain way. But then if you lived in Atlanta or if you lived in Mississippi, Jackson, if you lived in fucking Alabama, fucking where Ricky Smiley is.
Yeah, that's why like today it's
Like,
I feel like we as 80s parents, we have the benefit of we have our eyes open. You know what I mean? We have the benefit of seeing how our parents were, seeing how our grandparents were a lot of the times, and being different and breaking the cycle. And I think that's the main thing, is that we have to break the cycle of mental entrapment and mental slavery.
Yeah.
That I think is still prevalent today. And I think it starts with, talking to your children.
Generational curses, pretty much.
And generational curses. Like, you have to break out of that. You have to, one, recognize it. Don't be ashamed if there is a problem or there is a curse in your family. Everyone has one, and don't be ashamed of that. Don't be ashamed to talk about it. Don't be ashamed to not address it, or at least learn more about it in your own way. Because I think until we start breaking down what the real problem was, because I didn't realize stuff more about how I thought until I did start to talk to my mom. And I feel like talking to my mom, also being out of her house and talking to her, realizing certain things that her mother would say to her, or how she would treat her differently than her siblings. It's like that takes a toll on you mentally. So it's like I started to realize that the only reason me and my mom were butting heads is because I had the freedom that she didn't have. But she gave that to me. Because I think subconsciously she knew that I don't want to do the same thing that my mother is doing. But she would just go through the motions of kind of letting me do my own thing. But then being upset that I was doing my own thing, and that empowered me to speak up to her, she didn't like that part of it. Because if you empower your child to be free, well, they're going to talk back.
It's not necessarily talking back with what do you call it? Being disrespectful.
Yeah.
But of course, they see any type of talking back as disrespectful. So.
Yeah. Like, I didn't want my, like,
I don't know why.
Like, case in point, like, I could see the difference in me and my brother and how we operated. And I saw how my mom treated my brother, where it's like, well, I don't want her in my room. I don't want her all up in my business about school and what I am and aren't doing.
Yeah.
So I was on top of my homework because I didn't want my mom coming up to the school like she would go up to the school for Lonnie. I cleaned my room and stayed on top of keeping my room clean and washing my clothes because I didn't want her all up in my room finding stuff. She would find so much stuff in his room and then ask him about it, and then they would get into, you know what I mean? It's like, no, it's like, to avoid all of that, I'll just stay on top of my stuff. And I just told her one day, I don't want you in my room. Well, I need to see if it's clean. No, it's clean. It's clean. Just stay out of my room.
It's fine. Yeah.
And that's just me being, at 15, you can't respect that? Like, my room is clean. You're checking to see if my room is clean. Just open the door. You could see if it's clean.
Yeah.
I put my food and dishes away. That was that motherfucker. He's the one that didn't clean up after himself, not me. I didn't leave dirty stuff and wrappers and all that. That was him. So it's like, just because I moved into his old room doesn't mean I was going to stop being a clean person.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just like, you just have to learn your child. Because we have 3. So they are all 3 different people.
Oh,
so
totally
learn
different.
Your children and their personalities. Because there are personality traits and there are character traits. And you can see their personality very early on.
Yeah.
What, Corey's 5, so she has a personality.
Already has a personality, yeah.
It's like, just learn your kids. Just think that eventually they're going to be adults. They're going to be human beings. They are human beings, but they're human beings that are going to grow into little adults, young adults, teenagers, young adults, and then full adults. Yeah. And they're going to bring another human being into the world. So it's like, how do you want them to be? You have to kind of treat them a certain way now. Yeah, you don't want them to be scared. You don't want them to, you want them to speak up for themselves, but then in the house, they can't talk to you.
No.
Well, how do you think they're going to handle themselves outside of the house? Like, they're going to let someone run all over them. They're going to let somebody, just dictate to them what they can and can't do because that's all they heard at home. So it's like, if you're constantly yelling and your kid's shy and your kid doesn't speak up for themselves, maybe you should look at how you're parenting them. Like, maybe your parenting is causing them to to get that personality trait because they're in that environment every day they're at home.
And you know what? Another thing, that's probably why a lot of these kids don't be saying what teachers be doing in classrooms, because they are not able to talk at home just freely. Like, no, I want you to tell me, did the teacher do this, that, and the third? I want you to tell me what the teacher did. So
Get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, so let your kids speak. Like, just because they're talking to you doesn't mean they're being disrespectful. Just let them speak.
Let them speak. If they gotta say a curse word to say what happened in class, say, okay, this is your time. Tell me the story and don't sugarcoat it. Tell me the story as it happened in real time.
Yeah.
If that has curse words, if that has derogatory, nasty things, like just let them say it, because a lot of times you don't even these kids are are hurting themselves because they don't have an outlet. They don't have someone to talk to. And the number one person they should be able to trust are their parents, and they can't talk to you about their problems. So then, because either you don't want to hear it, you don't want to believe that it's going on, and it's like, no, your job is to protect them.
To piggyback off that, my grandfather never listened to any of his kids. My mom's dad, he never paid attention to any of his kids, and he himself had 9. Now, he had 7 with my grandma, but he had 9 kids. Didn't listen to none of these people. They would want to talk to their dad, and he'll be like, no, talk to your mom about it. Like, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And so fast forward, once I became a teenager, I did start to notice that when I would talk to my mom, she would be half listening. And she still to this day fucking does that shit. She half listens to what I'm saying. Then she comes up with a solution or whatever halfway through my conversation with her. And then she tries to fit, and I'm just like, I don't need you to
fix it.
I don't need you to fix it. At this point in my life, I really don't need you to fix it. Like, Jesus Christ, lady, you're 26 years older than me. You're 66, actually.
Oh my God.
So, I don't need you. Like, I'm old.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, I don't need you to help me fix anything.
Yeah.
So, it's just...
Also, I feel like there comes a moment, I think, for us, if your kids aspire to be more than what you are, and if your kids are in a place further along than where you ever attained, we're not talking about our parents owned Fortune 500 companies and, are millionaires. If we're aspiring to make more money than our parents and be millionaires and be business owners, stuff that our parents never achieved, which I assume they want more for us than they had, right? So it's a lot of the times you can't tell me anything. You're just my parent, and I just need you to listen and be that sounding board and be a nurturing ear. I don't need you to tell me anything, because guess what? 9 times out of 10, you don't know what you're talking about.
I think our parents realized that we passed them on a intellectual level when we became 28, 29, 30. I think they figured out that we know as much as them, and we're going to know more.
Yeah.
And I saw that in your parents, and I saw that in my parents. They started at that point when we became at the end of our 20s, they started treating us as if, I don't want to say different. You could just see a switch. These people are, I don't want to actually tell them that they're smarter than us, but they're smarter than us.
Oh, it was going to happen.
Yes. But in the same breath, that's going to happen to us, because I really do think all of our kids, by the time they get, now it's probably going to be faster for the baby, but for the boys, once 25 comes, they're probably going to know more than us.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm looking forward to it.
At 25.
Like my mom makes fun of me. Oh, you're gonna want your sons to be around you, and like, granted, I'm gonna have like probably like a little emotional separation anxiety, but I cannot wait till these fools are taking care of them damn selves, and I know I got time for that. Like, I probably got another 10 years, but when that day happens. I am gonna be like, you know how fucking on the cartoons, like the fucking the Roadrunner fucking leaves and there's a puff of smoke, like in the direction that he went. Yeah. I'm gonna be like that. I'm gonna be ghost town on them. I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. Like, I'll see you later. Oh, Mom, I thought you was gonna help me. Nope, my days of helping you are expired. There's an expiration date at 25.
The only thing at that point that I help the kids with is if they have a kid. Other than that, no.
Yeah.
I don't
if it don't involve taking care of a grandbaby, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be out.
No.
You won't see us. Peace.
Can you help me with this? I can help you with taking the baby. Now I'll take the baby. And we could go, the baby could be at my house, and then you could figure out how to get your money however you want to.
Yeah, I'll take the baby. We go shopping. We have a whole little adventure time with grandma.
Yeah.
I'm good, but I ain't helping you move.
Be way out at Circus some damn where.
I'm not helping you move your car. I'm not helping you organize shit. You better call somebody.
You ain't gonna help nobody move their
car. You better call like
you know how to drive?
TaskRabbit. I don't care.
It stopped recording.
No, that's recording. The audio's recording.
Oh.
Ooh, y'all, I don't know what happened.
No, it's still recording.
Well, now I turned it back on. Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Lord Jesus, y'all. I think our camera is giving up on us.
It done cut off twice.
It cut off twice in the middle of the video, so this video might be a little jacked up, but
a little choppy.
You can always listen to us on wherever you listen to podcasts, though.
Welcome back. No. Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of.
Yeah, we done ran our course.
We ran our course.
We were all
but yeah, I don't know. We started off as business and then it turned into parenting. So yeah. I don't know if we're gonna cut this into 2 or we just have a part A, part B. I don't know.
Jesus.
We'll figure it out. When it gets to the editing floor, you'll see. Once it gets uploaded, that's the final result. Because this camera done gave up on her.
Or might just go with it. I don't know.
Just go with it. I mean, I feel like a little scrappy's good, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Some episodes, yeah, right.
Yeah. We starting, we growing, we doing it.
Fuck it.
We doing the damn thing. Anyway.
Keep it.
We're gonna keep it, you know.
Keep it raw.
This will show our growth 100 episodes from now, so. Because we're going to have a production now. We're going to have a studio. We're going to have the event space. We're going to have the
Lights, cameras,
camera action, 3 angles. Shit on the words jumping on the screen, like, you know what I mean? Like, dang.
I mean, you know what? That all sounds good. Let's just wait for it.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, we got microphones. So.
We got microphones.
That's about it. We don't need nothing else.
Yeah, we don't need anything else. This camera situation, I gotta figure that out.
Ooh.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening and watching.
Yes, sir.
To the 5K podcast. Ooh, what if we had like outro? Oh God, y'all. Okay, we'll talk to you later.
What is happening?
Catch you on the next one. Bye.